Welcome back, everyone. It is me, Sonic the Hero Type, and we're back for a side segment to the How To Rp1 series. This is going to be called the Tips and Tricks. Essentially, I'm going to go more in depth on certain things I don't cover in the videos. They will be little shorts focused on one single topic. So if there is something you'd like to know more about that we cover in the videos, let me know in the comments, and I'll add it to this list to make more of these. Today we're going to be talking about launch sites and launch pads. So if you wanted to know how to select a different launch site or build multiple pads and stuff like that, that's what we're going to be covering in this video. So without further ado, let's hop over to the tracking station and get started. So we very briefly touched on this in the last video. Now a few things I want to go over is one, this green highlighted thing, that is where you are. The green highlighted one is the one you have selected. For this example, we're going to be using Brownsville, which is over in Texas. I mean, you can just click on any one of these, and once you click on it, it will say launch site has been selected, and it will take you there simply by just leaving the tracking station. So now that we have Brownsville selected, let's go ahead and back out and go to a different KSC. Now, having Katniss's Cape Canaveral installed really makes you see the difference, because this isn't Cape Canaveral, it's Brownsville, so it doesn't have that overlay. The water line's a little different, there's a few more ponds, but most importantly, there's no upgrade points. If you go to the VAB tab here, it'll still be at that 0.001, which basically means it'll take forever to build anything. So you're going to have to spend the $20,000 on an upgrade point to actually use this launch site. Now we're going to go ahead and click on this little new tab over here. I'm going to show you guys how to build a launch pad. Instead of upgrading your launch pad like in stock, you actually build multiple pads. Each pad will have a certain tonnage rating, which will allow you to build much bigger rockets. You don't have to upgrade your VAB, you just have to build a bigger pad. Now, another benefit to using multiple launch sites, besides you can build rockets at the same time, depending on which launch site you're at, it'll actually be a different science biome, so you could farm science a little easier that way. So if you want to build some scientific sounding rockets in other places to farm a little bit of science, that's totally something you can do. Keep in mind, it will cost you money to upgrade these areas to use them, and it can be a bit of a pain to manage multiple sites. Let's go back to the Cape and go over a few more things. And all we have to do that is go back to the tracking station, find Cape Canaveral, click on it, and select it as our launch site. And then once we do that, we just exit out, and we're on our way. You could do that with any launch sites. You can use a little magnifying glasses to kind of locate things for you. If you click on it, it'll take you right to it. But that's kind of besides the point. We're going back to the Cape Canaveral to talk about a few more things. Now that we're at the Cape, I wanted to go over the building of the launch pads again and kind of show you the time difference and sort of give a visual to what I mean by it's dependent on your VAB level, since we actually have an upgrade point here. So as you see here, we're going to go into upgrades, and we have the 1 VAB point, so it's 0.1 rather than 0.001. Let's go over to the VAB, and we're going to click on new. I'm going to misclick, and then we're going to go back and click on new real quick, and then you'll see that the 60-ton launch pad is closer to 1,100 days. It's 10,069. My demo screen is super tiny, so I can't quite read it. Either way, that's what I meant by it's dependent on your VAB level. So if you want to build a bigger pad, then you need to have a higher upgraded VAB. To be honest, I can't think of a time I've needed a bigger pad than the 700-ton one. So in all fairness, that unlimited one is more for late game shenanigans. Now you can upgrade the VAB, but it doesn't do what you think it does. It gives you a second build queue and does increase build time, but as I stated before, it's not dependent on what size rocket you can build. That's all based off launch pads. Now, when you upgrade it, you'll see a second line here. It'll be build Q1 and build Q2. You'll have to independently upgrade that one, but it is more efficient, so it levels up with less points. I hope I'm making that clear. Don't rush a VAB upgrade. It is a lot of funding, and typically you don't need it until you're doing lunar landing stuff, and actually after that. Usually once you get to interplanetary stuff, then it's a good time to look into it, but make sure you have the 650,000 funds to spare before making that. Let me put it this way, for the funds to upgrade the VAB, you could get 32 upgrade points for your VAB and build rockets faster. just kind of keep that in mind. I kind of wanted to throw that into this video since I had a little bit of extra time and it sort of fit into what we were talking about. Now I'm over here in the Kerbal Construction Time tab making plans because I was going to hop over to Brownsville and show you how they work, but unfortunately that has changed. So we're going to go over to Brownsville and I'll explain what I mean. So we're back over at Brownsville, and you used to be able to come up to this plans tab here and quick build items at other launch sites. Mine could just be bugging out right now, I'm not sure. It also could just be part of the update. I haven't looked that far into it. So as of now, if you want to build the same rocket at a different site, you'll have to go into the VAB and manually build it. But that's going to go ahead and end this little short, the tips and tricks section on multiple launch sites and launch pads. And I threw in a little VAB upgrade in there for you guys as well. So as always, I hope you guys learned something and I hope you guys enjoy. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like and always feel free to subscribe if you want to see more. Remember, if you have anything you want to know about, leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to address it. That being said, I hope I see you guys next time for some more How to RP1.